Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda. This is an evening, and good evening to all Krishna soul searchers, all Krishna conscious path walkers. This video is related to topic named Day and Night of Conscious. Day and night of conscious. Can somebody be conscious at every moment? A topic that means day and night of conscious. If you had just understood the meaning just through the topic name, then you might have reached some conscious meaning of life. Day and night of conscious means that if you are conscious, people say that I am living in this body, this is me. You say that is my body, this is me. But when you have reached to some consciousness, then you know that everybody else is just in sleepwalk, and even you have not reached to the consciousness exactly, but you can somehow see that this body does not belong to you either. This is the only Chaitanya stream, the conscious dream of Chaitanya. And being that you hold within you, and you be the owner of that I'm not going to discuss on that video. But the topic is about that day and night of conscious. The one who is conscious. The conscious is Chaitanya. Chaitanya Krishna is conscious. And the day and night belongs to him. It does not belong to anybody. And whatever happening in that life in throughout day and night is of the conscious only. The conscious lives within everybody. But if you are sleeping, if you are unconscious, even then the conscious is working on its own. You may be aware of that. Even if you are not aware of that, the conscious still present within you. And that is the conscious life. That day and night belongs to the conscious, the sun, the moon, earth, the other planets. The life on this world, this belongs to that conscious world. Day and night of conscious. When you see sunlight on the earth, when you see sun is shining, sun is giving the life to this planet, And through that conscious eye that penetrates the earth soul, and something is grown out of that earth. That is the conscious dream. If we try to be one-on-one with that conscious soul, it will be a very, very big deal. To be conscious with yourself, that will be enough. What happens in the soul of Chaitanya? That conscious day and night, that is some being of higher level, the level which is exactly of its own, of the life. We say it life, we say it God. And when it is night, that also does not mean that it is unconscious. It is also consciously present in the bodies, in the souls. The consciousness remains. The conscious lives in us. And if we be the pariah, we try to not to understand the life, not to understand the conscious. That will somehow be a problem. Because conscious want to direct us. Conscious want to take us to its own life, its own world. And how it works, we have to understand. How conscious communicate with us, how conscious communicate with this body. That is already doing. But if we do aware that it is happening, then it gets easy for both of us, for the conscious and the self we talk about. Why we see that days are like a festival. Everybody is outside, earning, trying to earn something, trying to make some money. And everybody is after the money. That is mind. And that does not mean that it should be. But when we talk about the life is about the conscious day, the day of the conscious. And if we are working every day with the mind, you're trying to deal with somebody, you're trying to working, you are making business, then you miss that conscious. And if you have been doing it for many years, then conscious have gone so far in your deep life. You might have made that money, you might have made that luxury, because that is mind too. Mind helps you in logic, mind helps you in understanding. God has no business with your business. Conscious have only conscious with you. If you are aware of that, that is okay. That is good, valid. But if you are not aware of the day of the conscious, that will be something that you must understand. Why it is important to understand. Because for years he goes on working, he goes on routines, Maya routines, work routines. Nobody stops you from doing that, because whatever comes between you and your mind is like an enemy to you. And why this thing called conscious, day of the conscious, come within you? The day of the conscious come because it is the only thing that lives before you and after you. Because the body you are talking about is yours. It is as much as yours and as much is for the conscious soul. And it is maybe more than of yours. You must be just around of that body. You must be just in the air, trying to just give some thoughts to yourself, to your body. But the conscious is within that. You may be outside of that. When you are watching, you say you are watching. The conscious is watching. If you watch clearly, if you see, conscious is watching. And what is about the night of the conscious? When you pass your day, when you leave your day to unconscious life, to your mind, then do you think that mind leaves you in the night? That mind creates your life like hell. That mind gives you misery and misery, because you won't be listening to the conscious, the day of the conscious. You will be listening to the mind, and your nights will be more into some deep of unconscious. You will sleep like in the night with the mind itself, because the mind does not know the day and the night. Mind will ask something to do even in the night. Mind will not ask you to set him free. You will be working in day, so you have to give some work to your mind in the night. And if it does not happen, your days goes like something. Even you get the money, you get the luxury, but you don't know. You forget. Your mind creates a Maya spell on you. Your mind drives you away from some useful things to do with that money. You start fearing losing of that. But when you are conscious, living in the conscious day, the nights become more conscious, more alive. Every drop of this universe becomes available to you. In that moment, try to listen to you. That moment, try to live with you. And that is how it is life. When this universe is available to you, that means when this body is dropped, when this soul is dropped, you have some serious relationship with the conscious or with this universe. This universe will never forget you. This universe will take care of you even after you die. Even if you start listening to it, start being conscious in day and night, the conscious will bring so many things to you. The joy of the conscious, the path of the conscious. And it is not like it is the way of the mind, it is the way of the conscious. Because if the mind is bigger than the conscious, bigger than the Lord Krishna Chaitanya, then it is a problem for someone who is saying that. Someone who says the mind is the power, that will be a very big mistake. Lord Krishna Chaitanya is the soul and is the power. So conscious, day of the conscious is the day of the conscious, it is not yours. In the same, the night of the conscious, you must be conscious, you must be awake. Because life wants you to be like that. Life don't want you to sleep. You can take rest, this body can take rest. But about you, the conscious, that conscious is awake even after the sleep of this body. That conscious is something very supernatural, superficial, cosmic, universal. And when you try to be one-on-one with the universe, even one small spot of the life in your moment gives you the awakening. You get awakened to some kind of very big day with a very small thing. And that awakening, that helps you living within the joy of yours. When you cannot see that this body can give you some real joy of life, then the mind of conscious comes, the real spiritual awakening, the religious paths open up. The life, that of business, that of work, that of Maya, that is all sleep. You can keep doing and doing and you won't reach anywhere. You may have hints. The Lord will give you so many hints on the way of your life in Maya, because Maya is also part of Lord Krishna Chaitanya. That will give you some hints. But if you do not take those hints, that will be like again the big sleep. Because when you see some hint of that Lord Krishna Chaitanya, that means He is watching through you, within you. You are not that body, you are not that soul, remember. This is just an idea of the Lord, that how it is. Does it look fine to you? Does this body is fine to you? This is an idea. This is not the conclusion. And you have taken that this is life. This is the body and this is the ultimate decision of the God. Not like that. This is an idea of the Lord. And if you take the idea and you start claiming this is you, then you and your life, you won't be thinking that Lord will give you chances to be awake. To awake within you, you have to see that who is watching through you, who is breathing inside you, who is that body owner. What is you? Is it some kind of mind? Is it some kind of made up thoughts? That is you. You made some thought of yourself that this is your life, that is how much you earn, that is your luggage. No. If this wind is nothing to you, then my God, that is inside of you. And that what is inside of you has very low value, then how will you start your passage to the holy land of Lord Krishna Chaitanya? I am not even responsible for anything. If you think there is something that is also outside of that life, outside of that Krishna Chaitanya, then you must also think that you can achieve that too. Nobody is after you. You are after yourself. You are hiding from yourself. You are standing behind yourself. You are standing behind your body. You don't have even courage to face the people of the earth because somehow you have sometime seen the Lord Krishna Chaitanya glimpse, because once you have come to this life and you have not seen the glimpse, that will be some kind of, that God does not want you, but He wants everybody to be conscious. You might not have received it, you might not have stored it, saved it in your soul, because to save in your soul you must have soul. And if you don't have the soul of yours, that means you have killed it. You have killed your soul slowly, gradually, because everybody is born innocent. Everybody is born kids like, and kids have souls, they have soul. But slowly, gradually, when you come to the Maya world, when you start working, that means somewhere you have dropped your soul, somewhere you have dropped your conscious mind, and slowly, gradually you lost it somewhere. Then how will you save the glimpse of it when you don't have it? Without your soul, the Lord won't see you. Then these kinds of saints, these kinds of people, those who go through it, they become somehow a reminder to you. The words that you hear in your mind somehow reflect the same idea of the glimpse of the soul of the Lord that He is watching through it. And you may start clearing your head so that you can reach your soul again. Because whatever you do, you know it better. What kind of karmas you have done, that you know. What kind of life you have lived, that you know. and that karma is living in your soul. And God, nothing hides from it. What we say, He is watching it. And when we say He is watching it, that doesn't mean that He is far away. And it does not need to be far away. You can live your whole life with it. And maybe after you are gone, your unconscious sleep will give you some dream of the life you have lived on this earth. Then you can see after your sleep, unconscious sleep, when you will sleep forever. And if you can be awake, you can awake. Nobody will stop you doing from what you do if you are good at it. If you've been doing some bad things in Maya's life, then you can do many more good things. If nobody has stopped you from doing bad, how someone can stop you from doing good? That is again you and your soul. With Lord Krishna Chaitanya, the day of the conscious and the day of night of the conscious. Till then, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda.